Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my little Mondayites? I don't know where some of this stuff comes from out of my mouth sometimes, but 'tis what it is. How are you this morning? I'm going to give you a moment to get settled in while I drink some tea and also get settled in because it's a no problema kind of day today, you guys. Yeah. So, what else do you know? Every single day, someone calls during coffee club. So funny. As you join this morning, please say hello in the comments. Let me know you're hanging out and starting the week off with me. It's just us today. Hello, Scott. Good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. Yeah, and it just feels like a Monday today. Um, I had a, I was, you know how I always do my scroll through socials before we go live. Hello, Helen. And I saw that my cousin had posted a picture of someone drinking out of this like enormous size coffee mug, just like, and it said the meme was like me today. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. I almost got out. I have a couple of fairly enormous coffee mugs also. Um, and I almost got one of those out today, but I thought, you know what? We need this cheerful face to wake us up on this Monday morning. That's all I got for that. Yeah. So as you hang out this morning, please say hi in the comments, even if you're only here for just a moment or you stopped scrolling for a second and say hello. Just a form of connection. So I think we'll probably talk a lot about that in the days ahead, is just forming those connection points. So again, even if you're just saying hi really quick, it gives you a connection point of the day. It gives you an opportunity to feel like you connected into community. Kelly says, I saw a big llama picture at Tiffany's, aka the dump on Saturday, and thought of you. What? Who would put a llama picture at the dump? That seems wrong. It seems blasphemous. Was it at the salvage center, Kelly? Should I go back? Someone probably scooped it up because those are treasures right there, guys. Treasures. Ooh, maybe we're not the only ones having a Monday today. Mike, you okay, buddy? Hi, Jim from Buffalo. I love that you always post where you're from. I know that it's not for my benefit because you know that I remember where you are from, but it always makes me giggle if that may be so bold for me to say today. Angie Brown, good morning, girl. What's with this overcast sky today? So, yeah, as I was saying before, just me today. I know we joked on Friday that I was going to find somebody over the weekend to connect with us on this Monday morning. But to be honest with you, I packed up my computer on Friday afternoon and I did not turn it on or open it up again until this morning. And that's probably the first time in a really long time that I haven't put my computer on the weekends. I did not watch anything. I don't even think I hardly went on my phone. I was not really on socials. I didn't watch any television or news. Like it was just turned off weekend and it was amazing. Yeah, I think they wanted too much for it or I would have grabbed it. It may be worth the trip. Well, I don't know. I feel like you and I would be on the same kind of frugal terms. Would that be the right way to say that? That's probably why they want it a lot, right? Because all of a sudden, llamas are really popular. I mean, I totally understand why, but they weren't always. I've loved them since I was a little girl, and they weren't a trend before. But I also loved unicorns from a little girl, and they weren't a trend either. Thank you, Jim. That's good. Yes, I'm cheap. No, we're frugal and we know what we want to pay for the things that we want to pay for. So, anyway, it works. It's good. How are you feeling this morning? What are you thinking? Jim says we leave our computer on all the time. It's a 24/7 world. I know. Honestly, I'll be honest, in having my computer off for the whole weekend, I've had a couple of moments this morning where I felt a little bit, I don't know if panicked is the right word because it's not like I'm not feeling panicked, but I had moments where I was like, I wonder if there was things I should have done over the weekend more, or you know how we should have all over ourselves most of the time, right? We're really good at doing a whole lot of should having. And so I've had those moments this morning, but I also didn't turn the computer on until it was time for coffee club because I'm trying to do a new morning routine. However, you have those moments because we're so tied to doing the things, especially for those of us who work from home and are self employed. We never turn the things off. Now, because I do a lot of social media management, I'm never completely turned off because I look at things for other people. And so I have to kind of keep my eye on things like that. But for the most part, I can, yeah. Does that make sense? I don't feel it's a whole lot of make sense kind of Monday. Oh, and then for some reason that turned on Alexa. I don't want to say it loud because she'll talk again, but so how are you on this Monday morning? Oh, you'd think I'd been drinking a little bit the way that I'm feeling and acting, but I promise you not. This is the first cup of tea of the day also. My elbow doesn't fit on the table anymore. Um, yeah, so what are you thinking? What are you feeling? How's it going this morning? I did a lot more reading over the weekend than I had done in a long time. And I think that was the other fun alternative to not having any electronics on, was that I could dive back into books. And I'm a big reader. Like I love reading, and I haven't done a lot of it. And you'd think, right, over COVID would have been a really great time. Again, more should having all over ourselves, but would have been a great time to get more reading done. But it just wasn't, we have to have brain capacity for that sometimes. And when we're in the mode of just getting through things or getting through the motions of each day, or if we had other things in our lives that we were able to be distracted with, we chose those things. And now we have opportunities to choose back to the things that we love. And so that's where I'm stepping in. I started reading. I finished, I don't know. Do you want to talk about books today? I don't know if you're readers or not. But I read The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. And now Michael Singer is known for his book called The Untethered Soul, which, if you're somebody who likes to read sort of more inspiring style books, he hit the bestseller list with that book. But this Surrender Experiment was him sharing basically about his life. And so it was fascinating. It was fascinating the way that he's able to surrender to things in his life, the journey that his life took. I had no idea. It was really good. And I just started reading Justin Baldoni's book, who I love him. I loved him in, did you watch Jane the Virgin? So he played one of the main characters, one of her main love interests on that show. He was fabulous. And he's wrote a book about redefining masculinity, which, as the mom of a son, I'm very interested in and just curious in what that looks like. Because I think I've felt for a long time that I think even as I became the mom of a son, but I think just in this world, we really um, have this expectation, this parameter, these dynamics that we've been conditioned around in what masculinity is supposed to look like, right? And I'm pretty sure, like, I haven't read very far in the book yet, but I'm already just loving the way that he's writing and what he's kind of stepped into himself to learn as a man who's only in his 30s about redefining what masculinity looks like. And because I think we easily know right away, right? You don't share your feelings. You have to be strong all the time. You aren't supposed to be expressive. Right? Like all of these things that we have that we define masculinity, when in truth, we're all humans. And so, as humans, we need to be able to express ourselves in a really healthy way. And so, what does that look like, and what becomes acceptable, and what happens? And so, yeah, I'm really excited about diving into this book and helping to raise a son that redefines masculinity also, and encouraging other men in this world to redefine what masculinity looks like. Because most of the time, these parameters, these conditioned parameters, which I feel like we have around women also, but I feel like they're just stronger around masculinity, is bullshit. And so how do we break that down? Anyway, that's my thoughts on that this morning, but that feels really deep for this particular Monday. Good morning, Chica. How are you? Did anybody get up to anything fun over the weekend? How did you add some fun to your weekend? Because I think that's really important. We've talked about my favorite conversational tool that I am a trained trainer in, that I love, is called How's Your Five, which is work, play, eat, sleep, love / relationships. Work can also be school for those who aren't working yet. And so play is a really important piece of the 5 key elements of good life. And so I want to know, how did you play this weekend? What did you do? What did you get up to? Did you have any fun? What else? I don't know. We've got a brand new week ahead of us. It's April already. I'm not sure exactly where the time has gone in 2022. I don't know about you, but it feels faster even than past years. And I feel like I say that every year, but this year, like for real, for real. Are you feeling that? And we're just like a couple of weeks away from Easter. Easter already. There's people, I've seen so many people this year who still have Christmas decorations up, which I'm like, party on, keep them going. But it's just like, are we really already at Easter? It's insane. What else do you know? That's really my biggest, is that I feel time is so, I don't know, I guess, as they say, irrelevant. But it still goes by quickly. It still goes by really quickly. What else do you know on this Monday morning? Talk to me. I'm boring today, so the show's on you. It's give and take. Like, if you were meeting me for coffee, I would be an exceptional listener today. So I'm here to listen. Oh, I like what Helen wrote here. Hang on, where did she go? The shoulda, woulda, coulda is in the past. Today we need to do a dua. That almost could be a funny song, Helen. Can you write that? I like that. Yeah. What's next? What's up next? For sure. So Angie says the best part of her weekend is hanging out with her roommate. That's awesome. It's good when you have a good roommate. Jim's been watching the Flames. Yeah, we've had some losses. We've had some wins, doing not bad. Buffalo beat us last time. If they haven't played since then, I haven't really kept up in the last week or so because that's TV and I'm just wasn't watching any. What else? What else is happening in your world? I appreciate that we are checking in and having a connection moment. I saw that some people went to, so our friend who's been on the show before, Dr. Jody Carrington, had a big reconnection weekend in Red Deer, Alberta, and seeing lots of people posting about how much fun that event was. So that was really cool. And so just making sure you're connecting in. I posted, I think, I don't know, it's kind of like those rules of life sort of thing on Sunday on socials, just talking about the things that we should do today, like connecting in with somebody you love, checking in on someone you haven't checked in on in a while, getting a good sleep, taking a rest break when you want to, heading out into nature, doing the things that you love. all of those fun things. So, ooh, Helen says she was planning this weekend for planting season. Anyone else getting gardens ready? I love that. I don't have a yard, so I don't get to plant a garden, but I know that last year we had more plants than ever on my deck. And I feel like it will be a tropical oasis once again. However, being out and about more, the summer is going to be a busy one. I always think too, like maybe I shouldn't get a whole bunch of plants because I'll have so many days where I'm not around to water them and then they just die. And then I feel bad. Ooh, mom's going to the mall today for the first time after a few years. I don't think you should feel anxious. It's just the mall. Just take it easy. It'll just be some stimulus overload. Helen, Jim started his seeds under grow lights last weekend. So growing's happening in Buffalo. Yeah, I love it. I will hopefully get invited out. I usually get invited out to a couple of friends' places who have gardens and I help them because then I get the opportunity to dig in dirt. There's something so freaking amazingly therapeutic about getting into the dirt. You know what I mean? For those of you who are planters, you already understand what that means. If you haven't before, there's something about being in the actual ground that is extremely grounding. So maybe that's something you want to put on your list for 2022 to give a whirl. Why not? Why not? Well, I hope that you have an exceptionally awesome Monday and start off this week in ways that make you feel motivated, empowered, enlightened, and happy. I hope that you will get to do things this week that you love, that you have focus on something that's bringing you joy. I really hope that happens for you this week. And we will be back to hang out and connect in on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week is our schedule. And I look forward to connecting back in with you on Wednesday morning. So cheers to you. Have an amazing rest of your Monday, and we will see you back here on Wednesday morning. Bye, everybody.